Welcome to episode 8 of Bow Hunt or Die. Hope you've had a great Thanksgiving, and more importantly, we've got a jam-packed episode. After struggling for 3 days down south, Justin Zarr heads back up north to try his luck in Lake County. John Herman not only has some good buck encounters, but accomplishes his goal by putting down multiple does in Wisconsin. I keep getting close to a nice Wisconsin buck, but just not close enough as I have to wrap up my Wisconsin bow season. And Josh Fletcher's brother Clinton puts down a nice Wisconsin whitetail. It's now time to join Justin in Central Illinois as his quest for another buck continues.
Good morning. It is November 12th. We're back down here in West Central Illinois. Haven't been here for 2 weeks. We're hoping that maybe these bucks are going to be up on their feet looking for does or chasing does, and figured I'd sit on a good, travel route. Hopefully something comes through. We haven't seen anything yet. Real nice, about 125-inch 8-point come up from the bottom, and I could have shot him. He was 32 yards, and he's just not what I'm looking for. It's day 3 of our not-so-exciting Illinois rut hunting extravaganza. We got temperatures in the 30s, a light breeze this morning. It's a perfect, classic November morning here in Illinois, so you would think you'd see deer running everywhere, but we haven't seen any deer yet. We got a couple hours to sit here and chill out, think about life, other things that we could be doing. Alright, it's about 10:30. We gave it a valiant effort this morning, but unfortunately, no luck. We saw, I think, 4 different 1.5-year-olds and a couple does. Everything pretty far away. Actually, a couple of little bucks came running by us, but nothing we were looking to shoot. Good morning from chilly northern Illinois. It's the last day of my vacation time off work. I gotta go back tomorrow. Been hunting hard for the last 3 days down at West Central Illinois. Didn't have a lot of good luck, so came back up here close to home. Figure, hey, maybe something's gonna happen. So hopefully there's a buck cruising through here somewhere. I checked one of my trail cameras on the way in. I've had 3 or 4 different pictures of one of the bucks I'm looking for, Little Mac, over the last week. So they're definitely moving. They're on their feet. This is the picture perfect November morning. So if ever there was a time that you'd think you would be able to kill a nice buck, it would be a day like today. It's dead. Oh my God. That was the buck I was looking for. Oh my God. Dude, I smoked him. I smoked him at 20 yards. He is dead. I am tagged out. Yes! Oh my God. I have never in my life worked harder for a deer than I worked for that deer right there. Oh my God. I drilled him at 20 yards. Man, he was here at 10 yards. He started running. I tried to stop him and he ran and he stopped at 20 yards. I had one opening and I smoked him. I absolutely smoked that deer. He is dead. That is the biggest Lake County deer I've ever killed in my life. I've got 50 trail camera pictures of that deer right there. Oh, yes. Let's go find my deer. I know he's only about 60 yards up here. When they fall down where you can see him, it's always the best, man. I knew that this buck was using this corridor through here because I came back in here in October to hang this stand, and there's rubs all over the place. Here he is, without question, my nicest buck that I've ever killed here in Lake County. Came by this morning, no doubt, cruising these woods. You know, the reason that I put that stand there was for that particular travel pattern. Fortunately, he stopped in the one spot. I was able to get a shot at him, and man, he's just a beautiful deer. He's just a gorgeous Illinois whitetail. I could not be any happier. And you know, this particular piece of woods that I'm hunting here in Lake County is a piece of woods that I've been hunting for 6 or 7 years anyways with my dad. And you know, neither one of us were ever able to harvest a nice buck like this out here. And you know, unfortunately, my dad passed away here this last March. So, I don't know, kind of set out a goal for myself that I wanted to kill a deer in here kind of for him. And I did it, so. Here he is, Little Mac. I could not be any happier. It is November 15th. I am tagged out in Illinois. Remember, guys, persistence pays. Don't give up. When it's November, you've got to be out in the woods. It's Monday. I took a vacation day today just so I could be out here, and it paid off. Bow hunt or die. It has been our best season ever, my personal best season ever, and it ended on the highest note that it could have possibly ended for me, achieving a personal goal that I had set out for myself this year.
Justin, I know you put 3 hard days down in central Illinois and came up unsuccessful, but you know what? Quite frankly, I think you know it and I think I know it, that you were happy that you didn't get a buck down south. What an exciting hunt in Lake County you had. Number one, it's a buck that you have hundreds of trail camera photos of. You've been chasing him for 2 years. It's on a piece of property that we've talked about more this year than any other piece of property. It's the one property that you wanted to put down a big buck. That property has long-term memories of your father on there. And more importantly, I know just watching that excitement and watching you get that deer, that is pure adrenaline, that is pure real hunting, and I loved that hunt. That goes down as my favorite hunt of the year, period. Good job. I know that your dad would be extremely proud of you. It's now time to join John Herman in Wisconsin as he has a goal to put down 2 does. Let's take a look.
Oh, she's down. I hit her too far back again. Know what my problem is? Pretty fun stuff. Well, I went and got out of my hunting clothes, keep them scent free, and we're gonna go recover this doe right now. She's just laying back here in the woods a little bit. So let's go get her. Well, here she is. She only went about 30 yards from the stand. As you can see, I angled into her pretty good and caught some lungs, so it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was for a shot, but So we got half of our goal accomplished this morning. And so the run begins. We have an amorous 2-year-old buck chasing our does around the field. Well, that's one of the reasons that I'm sitting in here. We were wondering about that buck because we had a picture of him, but we didn't really know how big he was. So I got a good look at him there. Obviously, looks like he's a 4-year-old, but he doesn't score all that well. But I think these boys that are hunting up here yet are probably going to put him on the hit list. He's a mature buck. He just doesn't have much for browse. 3s, but he's got a nice frame, good 2s. Big doe down, kids. Smoke that one. I can't get him to stop in my viewfinder. But put the hurt to her. She's laying dead and over in the gully, so I'm gonna get down and go get her taken care of before dark. That, my friends, is a beautiful sight. You see those 2 marks on there? This arrow's already killed 2 deer. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? Came up here to northern Wisconsin, had 2 doe tags in my pocket, looking to harvest a couple of does because this property needs a few removed. And last night of the hunt, get my second one. Beautiful.
John, even though you had your buck tag filled, it's still a great time to be in the woods. You saw that awesome buck footage of the bucks chasing the does, and more importantly, you knew this particular piece of property you were hunting, you needed to take some does off it, and that's exactly what you did. Good, clean, close, ethical kills. I was very impressed with all the footage. Self-filming's not an easy task, and you continue to put the deer down. Good job. Speaking of Wisconsin, join me on my last hunt, last day, down to the last hour, when I miss the buck that I've been chasing.
Oh, I screwed that up. I cannot believe I missed. This is like my 25th day without having any shooters in close enough. And what do? I make a total rookie mistake. I just turned a little too fast. He was right here. Oh my gosh, he was coming in perfect. Well, the good news about missing is I didn't have it on film. That's about the only good news. I could not film from this tree. I'm going to have to make a change for next year. I couldn't get the camera wrapped all the way around me. He came to my left. I was hoping it was coming to my right. He came to my left. I just screwed up. Not one, 2 chances at the same buck. I couldn't let this arrow fly at this limb in the way. By the time he cleared the limb, it was like 39 yards. I just didn't want to take that shot. That's a wrap for Wisconsin. I'm gonna head to Illinois tonight. Well, I know who's been eating almost all of my food. Let's see if we can get him out of here.
Wow, my Wisconsin hunts were tough. You know, I had 1 day left. I was putting the time in, didn't see any deer that morning, decided to change things up and go to a different stand that evening. I had a great encounter with this high-horned 8-pointer. Unfortunately, it was just a bad situation. The tree stand that I hung, the tree was so small, I couldn't get swung around. The whole tree was moving. By the time I got the shot off, I ended up missing them cleanly, thank goodness. And then to make matters even worse, the same buck comes back 45 minutes later for me to not be able to get another shot off. So all in all, Wisconsin was a fun time. I saw a lot of deer. Quite frankly, I saw larger bucks and more bucks this year than any other year, but it just wasn't my year. And that's the way bow hunting goes. I pulled out of Wisconsin after missing that buck purely out of frustration. I figured I'd be able to get a clean slate, head to Illinois. I haven't hunted my particular piece in a couple of days now, so I figured it should be ready to go. What do I see the first morning coming over the hill? A giant cow. We kind of got into a little bit of a scuffle in the bean field there, but he did finally leave the property, and I just finally hung things up and went home. I'll tell you what, the rut was getting pretty difficult for me. I felt like I just needed a break and put the bow down and get back after it a week later. So you'll have to see how I did next time. Let's join Josh Fletcher in Wisconsin as he films his brother Clint try to harvest a whitetail buck. If you recall, Josh put down a buck on his first day of vacation. He's got 2 weeks left in the woods with no buck tag in his pocket. What a better way to take his time and to film his brother.
My name is Clint Fletcher. I'm hunting with my brother Josh Fletcher here this morning here in central Wisconsin. We just had, looked like either a nice big 8 or maybe even a big 10 come in this morning early. And about 15 minutes after daylight, he came through and Josh Fletcher got on his grunt call and brought him back in. He came back within about 10 yards. And just took a shot on him, and I think I made a good shot. And we're just kind of waiting out now to see what we got. We're gonna give him some time here. We don't want to push him. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens here next.
Right now we've given it at least a good 3 hours, and right now we had some decent blood that we came across, but we know that it did catch a little bit of the guts because it was quartering to me when I shot. So right now we're going to go into the woods and we're going to catch back onto that blood trail again, and we are going to hope that we have a nice big buck laying at the end of that trail. So here goes nothing. So we'll give it our best shot right now, and hopefully have that big guy dead.
Right here's the arrow. And we do have some white hair on here, so we do know that it did come out through the belly area, at least the bottom area. Got some blood, or there was a kernel of corn, so we did catch guts, but like I said, we did have a quartering 2-shot. So when you have a quartering 2-shot, we're hoping that we caught lung, because we do have some good blood here, and come out the back end a little bit. So we're just gonna kind of go up, just keep following and see what we come across.
Well, everybody, this is what we've been looking for all morning long. And Josh Fletcher just came across him, and he was bleeding pretty good. He probably went, I would say it looks like approximately maybe a little over 100 yards and keeled over. So another good central Wisconsin buck here on bowhunting.com.
Clint, I know you don't get as much time to hunt as the team does, but you know what? It was great to see you and your brother out there trying to put one down on film. There's no question about it. If I were you, I would have shot that buck. Despite what Josh was telling you, the light was a little tough. We can see it on film. It's a good buck. You make a nice shot on it. The only thing that I will say, guys, is quartering towards your shots, you got to be careful. That buck luckily made a little bit of turn at the end there to make it a little bit less quartering, but you need to be careful on those shots. Sometimes you can come up empty-handed in the end because those can be tough deer to find. More importantly, you guys spend time in the woods together. I enjoyed the hunt, and that's what the hunting season's all about. Well, that wraps up another great episode of Bow Hunt or Die. As always, we'd like to take a few minutes to thank the ones who took the time to email us their photos of the successful hunts they had this fall. Most importantly, we appreciate you buying gear from our website. Thanks again. Eric Siddons, Shane Patrick, Corbin Corzan, Eric Howe, and Michael Gatlin. Wow, it's already December 1st. There's plenty of time left in the season for those of you who still haven't filled their tags. Don't give up hope yet. These deer are going to start herding together. They start getting a little bit more predictable on the food sources, so there's plenty of time to still put down that dream buck that you've been thinking about all season. I can't wait to see what the future episodes are going to hold.